Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ekumeku TV, where we discuss the issues that are bedeviling the Nigerian state. So, a few days ago, a popular TV broadcaster on Arise TV, Mr. Rufai Oseni, he made a tweet. The above was the tweet he made. If you go to the comment section of this tweet, if you are privy to go to that comment section, you will realize something. What is prevalent in that comment section is the defeatism mindset of the Nigerian people. Let me say this. The Nigerian state is at war. They are at war with the radical Islamists who have come not just to kill, not to kidnap, not to take monies for ransom, not to unleash terror. They have come to Nigeria to take over the Nigerian state. It is in their mission statements. Go and check it for yourself. It is no longer news what their mission in Nigeria is. And over time, they have so much dealt with the Nigerian people that their atrocities, their activities has become more or less a norm. If Nigerians hear that, 500 people were killed in so and so place, they wouldn't be bothered. If Nigerians hear that, 1,000 school children has been killed, they wouldn't be bothered. If Nigerians hear that, 10,000 school children has been kidnapped, they would not be bothered. You don't have to take my word for it. Go to the comment section of Rufai Oseni on X. You will see for yourself the mindset of your average Nigerian. You will see for yourself. There is something very important which prompted me to make this video when I went to that comment section. What is that? This attitude of the Nigerian people that are exhibiting today is the same attitude that the Nigerian people were exhibiting so many years ago when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning Nigerians of what their future would look like. Oh yes, you heard that right. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, "N'ụzụ na-amaghị akpụ ga-enegbu anya n'ọdụ ka o wee kpụọ." It means that a blacksmith who does not know how to mold or to smithen a gong should look at the tail of the hawk to get some inspiration on how to do it. Now let me relate it to this video. That time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned us and said, if you want to know how your life will look like, take a look at the people you call the Hausa people today. The Fulanis overwhelmed them. They unsat their kings and substituted them for emirs. They took over their land. They took over their state. There is no northern state. I repeat, out of the 19 northern states that you have, maybe with the exception of Adamawa state, there is no northern state that you don't have a sitting Hausa governor, a Fulani governor. Hausa people don't own their lands anymore. They have been dominated and been overwhelmed by the Fulanis. This message is not out of hatred for the Fulani people. No, I don't hate them. I mean, apart from this, their quest to take over what doesn't belong to them, I don't have any issue with them. If they can come into a place and cohabit with those people and live, according to the tenets of the society they find themselves, there is no issue with that. But we know they have a problem, the Sharia problem. So that is where all this comes in. So back to what I was saying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that the Nigerian people should look at the life of the average Fulani community. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Hausa community, Hausa states. That will give you a hint of what your life would look like. Should you allow these people to continue with their madness? Nigerians never listened. We never listened. Nobody took him seriously. Many people called him so many names. Nigerians hated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became what Nigerians, they disagree on so many issues. But once it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it became a common ground for them to agree on. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became their unifying factor. What name did they not call him? Warmonger, a separatist, a terrorist. There is no name that you could think of that they did not call that young man. But today, take a look around and see what is happening in Nigeria. Take a look around and see how the Nigerian state have become. I'm not here to preach to anybody. You people don't listen anyways. But I want you to take your time and go to this tweet that Hussaini made on the 18th day of May 2026. Go to the comment section and see what Nigerians, people that claimed to be educated, go to that comment section and see what our lives has become. Now, this is one of the reasons why this channel exists. We need to re-educate our people. We need to re-educate our minds. We need to go back to factory setting to rediscover who we are before it becomes too little, too late. I will attach a video of a young man, a pastor, who is also warning us, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned us so many years ago. If you can listen to this man and maybe make a U-turn in your life, just take a listen and see you on the next one.
By the time we will realize what Fulani have done to us in this country, it might just have been too late. By the time we will realize the extent of the damage that Fulani has done to this nation, it will have been just too late. I'm sorry. But I'm not even actually sorry, because this is not something we didn't see. This is something Nnamdi Kanu cried of for a long time. The church hated him. The people hated him. We criticized him. I was part of those that criticized him. But we see everything the man has said coming to pass today. When Fulani went and killed Fatorati's daughter, the late Afenifene Reader, when they slaughtered his daughter like a chicken, slaughtered his daughter, the president, Tinubu went there and claimed, where are the cows? He said, where are the cows? Tinubu went there and mocked them. They said it was Fulani. He denied it. He said, where are the cows? Because of his political ambition. You know that people like Tinubu are not interested in governance. They're only interested in power. All they want to secure is power. So they can sell their soul for power. They can sacrifice Nigerians for power. He doesn't care. All he knows is politics of power, not good governance. He went there and said, where are the cows? They said, do you believe the Fulani? He said, no. He said, where are the cows? By the time we realize the extent of the damages that Fulani has done in this country, it will have just been too late. You can be there to say it doesn't concern you. The day is coming, you remember that a man of God kept shouting this thing. I've become a talkative on social media. I've become a talkative on social media. I keep talking every now and then. You think I'm playing? You think I just want to do content? Some of you even call me content creator. By the time you realize the extent of the damages of this Fulani to this nation, it might just have been too late. They're not just operating in the north anymore. They've been doing it in the north. They've conquered the north. They've overwhelmed the middle belt. Now they have moved to the east. They have moved to the west. They tested the waters in Kwara. There was no resistance whatsoever. They have tested it in Ebonyi. They did it in Enugu. Recently, it was in Imo State. They attacked in Imo State. There was no resistance whatsoever. They did it in Omagwa in Port Harcourt, River State, south of Nigeria. They've tested the water. They've seen it. Then they decided to go deeper and went to your state. Kidnapping a child of 2, a child of 4, slaughtering a maths teacher, an educated man, an illiterate, uncircumcised Fulani, slaughtering an educated Yoruba man, slaughtering like a chicken, took a life that has value, that has capacity to impact a generation, and he took it like that without anything. By the time we will realize the extent of the damages of Fulani to this society. I told you of Fulanization agenda. I told you of Islamization agenda. I told you how they're working for jihad, how they want to overwhelm the nation with turn Nigeria to a caliphate, to an emirate. You think I'm playing? By the time we will realize it, they're not afraid. They've done it in Port Harcourt for Fulanis to come to Port Harcourt in Omagwa and slaughter people and kidnap people in South. Then they went to the West. They did it. The Yorubas are so, I'm sorry, these are my people, but unfortunately they've been so foolish. They're foolish. They're interested in standing on a useless mandate, on a corrupted mandate, on a mandate of a man that has no capacity, that is corrupt, that is incompetent. They're still politicking. There are people being slaughtered in the bush, in the farms, they're still politicking. Such a useless people. I'm sorry, the Yorubas. I'm from Ogun State. I'm from Abeokuta. But if it was anything about Igbo, you see the rise up and their manhood will rise up. A lady put us last time, she wanted to do an art exhibition and she put it Owambe. They came out. The government came out. The SSS came out. They said, no, you are desecrating the Yorubas because you are Igbo. They came out with their manhood. They came out. Their man was charged. They wanted to kill her. They said, we're sure you don't do nothing. You are desecrating the Yoruba tribe. You are desecrating the Yoruba culture. Such a depraved-minded fools, idiots. Depraved-minded idiots. They came out. Their people have been slaughtered. They went to the Orire local government, took children, took men, took women, slaughtered them. Having a child of 2 years old in the deaths of kidnapper. What has it? If this is a serious nation, I tell you, if Nigeria is anyway a serious nation, this nation should be grounded. As it is like this. And call for the resignation of the president. But no. When you go on social media, you'll be so amazed at the nonsense that you see online. Have you forgotten that there are people that are still the people that were kidnapped from Ekwa Church on the 5th of April? They are still in the deaths of kidnapper, and the government is politicking, looking for mandate to stand on. Useless, corrupt mandate. Foolish idiots. They say this man of God talk too much. This man of God is abusive. This man of God talk too. If you think I God punish you too, I'm so tired of you idiots. That we don't know what we major on the minor, then we minor on the major. By the time you realize the extent of the damages of Fulani to this nation, I tell you, it will have been too much. It will have been too late. Maybe the day you remember that, and this man of God has been shouting and talking about this thing, then there will be a gun on your head. Or a knife to your throat. To kill you like they are killing cow. You see what we are doing? It will backfire. The Yorubas, they used to call them betrayers. They used to call the Yoruba betrayers. Are you not seeing it? They are so focused on Peter Obi not becoming president. Oh my God. They are so focused on Peter Obi not becoming president. Look at what they are doing. That useless boy. That useless, what's his name? Sunday Igboho will come out and tell you, if not for APC, nobody's, I don't want to say anything, other political party is APC. And he came out the other time to say he wants to defend the fatherland. Confused idiot. He cannot see what they're doing to his fatherland now. From, your state, right or your state where he's from. He cannot see that now. If it's a talk of Peter Obi, how to hinder Peter Obi from being president or another candidate, you see them come up because they want to stand on useless money. If you want to see the men of God in the South, it is why they're campaigning. One useless idiot called himself a pastor came out the other day and they gathered people for a crusade and they were saying, on your mandate we shall stand. Confused bastards. Brethren, by the time you realize the extent of the damages of the Fulanis and the Islamic jihadists in Nigeria on us, it might just have been too late. If we don't stand up and rise up, if it's a serious nation, for the extent of this, you will have seen the military power. I mean, so don't you see how it is done in other nations? Your president sent some lousy words through a lousy media aid by your nonuga. Lousy media aid. Confused bigots. And shared by the confused people in his government. The Yoruba, the confused Yorubas. If you say they are bankrolling me, I'm a Yoruba man, a bona fide one from Abeokuta. But I'm better, I'm wiser, better, more anointed with the wisdom of God to know what to do at a time. When there was no king in Israel, everyone does what was right in his own side. That is exactly what I say. By the time you realize with the extent of the damages of Fulani on Nigeria, I pity you. They tested, they have done it in Kwara, they have done it in Ondo, they have done it, they just recently did it on Oyo. You think you're in Lagos, you're safe. You're in a quiet land. One day you just see it happen. It will be like an Indian film. You see it. My team has been working tirelessly in the north to see the extent of the damages of the military. Instead of protecting the people, they are there destroying the people. By the time you see the extent, the damages of the Fulanis, of the Fulanization agenda, of Islamization agenda on Nigerians, it might just have to too late. All your influencers are online. doing something, doing very useless things, and you see people flocking them, following them. The day it will happen to you, I'll be here. For the children of God, you'll be protected, but we must act. I've told us the military will not save us. We must do the right thing. We know what to do. When it is time, you will not wait for government approval. You will carry rifle and defend yourself.